Hari Om. Welcome everybody from different countries. So many faces I know, names I know. If you start your videos, I will be very happy. Mute yourself and start your videos. Because I want to talk to you, not to your names and not to the closed windows. We can't sit in front of each other. But because of Corona, we blessed with these online meetings. So we have to give thanks to Corona. So I can talk to you. So many people in the world. Very nice. And after thinking about these Patanjali Yoga Sutras from so many years, I thought thinking that Patanjali Yoga Sutras, what are these sutras? Why he wrote these sutras? And I have conducted 3 classes or 3 groups to teach Patanjali Yoga Sutras. So after that, and I am conducting these classes also in Marathi for Maharashtrian people. So after thinking from so many years related to these sutras, one point came in my mind. Why we learn these sutras? They are useful for ourselves, for any type of person in our daily life. What is yoga? It is Yoga Darshan. Patanjali wrote the book on yoga philosophy, or he opened whole yoga science before us. Why he opened? Why he wrote all this 196 sutras? Why he wrote them? He was very kind to every person on this earth. So he explained his whole thorough knowledge of related to human life in this um, Patanjali Yoga Darshan. He explained his thorough knowledge. He wrote everything cleanly and clearly. How he wrote? In the form of small sentences. That is called sutra. These are not long sentences. Now, in the starting, his first sutra is Atha Yoga Anushasanam. That's all. What he is doing now, he is starting his explanation of yoga science. In short, he is writing. So you may get happy with these short sentences. Now, on the WhatsApp and YouTube and everywhere, small explanations, 1 minute reels like that. Oh, stop, don't tell us so many things. In short. So all these sutras are very short. Now you may get eager to know what is yoga. He has explained yoga in 4 words only. Yogaha, chitta, vritti, nirodha. That's all. So sutras, you will be very happy. Not so much description. In short, what is yoga? Chitta, vritti, nirodha. This first sutra is related to our life only. What is chitta? What is yoga? Yoga is to join. This is the first sutra related to our common life. And what is your idea about yogi? What is the visualized picture before your closed eyes? What type of yogi should be? Yogi must be calm down, cool down, with smiley face. This is the picture you imagine about yogi. And yogi should not shout, yogi should not get angry, yogi should not fight. You know this type of person you can call yogi. So in the starting only Patanjali is telling us yoga means chitta vritti nirodh, control your mind. Very difficult, huh? Controlling mind is very difficult. That's why this yoga is related to our life. There are 6 enemies for every human being. Mind enemies, 6 enemies. They are working, fighting with our mind. They are making our mind disturbed. 6 enemies. And all these different types of 6 enemies, plus so many things he explained. So who was Patanjali? Patanjali was expert in yoga. Patanjali was expert in grammar, Sanskrit grammar. Patanjali was expert in Ayurveda. Patanjali was expert in psychology. What is this Patanjali Yoga Darshan? It is a psychology only. That is my opinion, my understanding related to these Patanjali Yoga Sutras. That is psychology only. And controlling of the body, controlling of the mind, controlling of the your whole brain. Very difficult things. Nobody is thinking about our Atma, that is soul inside working energy. Nobody is thinking about that. You are disturbing your inside working energy. Make it calm down. Let that energy, inside soul energy, work properly. Allow her to work it properly. No, no, I am too much disturbed. I can't stay. I am going. And how you are presenting yourself if you are angry. You are using your feet, you are using your hands to show your anger. You are throwing everything. If your mind is controlled, then your intelligence, your brain, your body, your everything will be perfect. It is under control. So the very first sutra, Yoga Chitta Vritti Nirodh. What is yoga? Patanjali is telling us yoga means controlling of your mind. Chitta is mind. Vritti is the modifications of our mind. Yoga means user to join. To join your soul energy to outer energy, spiritual energy. That is yoga, meaning of yoga to join. And join your mind to the body also. Focus on your body. Focus on your mind and control it. You know, uh, if we are very angry, what is happening to our stomach? It is that research is done in one in yoga institute. And for this purpose, we have to control. We have to learn yoga. Yoga is chitta vritti nirodh. I want to explain this experiment, which is done in one research institute, that is Kaivalya Dham near Mumbai. What they did, this happened maybe 80 years back. They did this research, and still those x-rays are very nicely preserved in their institute. If you go there, you can see those x-rays. Some students came in that Kaivalya Dham Institute so to go through it, and they in that x-ray room, one of the student, they call in that x-ray room to make some research. What type of research? That student entered in that um, x-ray room. They gave him barium milk to drink it. And what had happened afterwards? They took a photograph of his stomach, food path and stomach. And then the photo was nice. That x-ray is they still there. Your stomach is started working properly. The mixing process inside is going on. You can see that photo, you will come to know, okay, it's okay, no problem. He went back. After half an hour, they call that person again in the X-ray room. This is very interesting thing, huh? 1 minute, huh? 1 minute. Then they call that person again in that X-ray room. And when he entered there, they slapped him. They made him angry. And because of his anger, and immediately they gave him again barium milk and took the another photo of his stomach with anger. And totally disturbed stomach. X-ray is there still. They have maintained these two X-rays there very nicely. If you go in that institute, you can see that, those photos. And disturbed, distorted, uh, all from all sides, that stomach. How can it work? The mixing process of food totally stopped. And after 3.5 hours, the small intestine gate was open, and the whole undigested food entered in that small intestine. And what was the form of that undigested food, indigested food? It was totally water and the pieces of his food. And you may think, oh, I have started diarrhea. I have to go to doctor. You may go to doctor and take the tablets. Stop your anger. If you can control your anger and other enemies of your mind, then no disturbance inside organs. And this is proved. And you also maybe experience these type of disturbances in your life. You are angry, if you are feeling some very happy mood, you are not ready to eat in that happy mood. Suppose you got one prize and people are praising you, people are running behind you, giving you thanks and giving you congratulations. At that time, you have forgotten you were eating. Is that correct? Think about yourself. If you are angry, not ready to eat. If you are having very happy mood, let it be, I will eat later. Let me enjoy this whole thing. So, what is this? So, you have to control your whole body. Your mind is disturbed, your whole body get disturbed. And that is the point. So, Patanjali is asking us, Yogaha chitta vritti nirodha. Nirod means control. What is yoga? Yoga is the control, total control on your body, mind, and intelligence. So he starts explaining what is yoga right from this second sutra, Yogas Chitta Vritti Nirodha. And after that, he is telling us, Swati, can you present these sutras one by one?
Yes, Sai.
So after this Yogas Chitta Vritti Nirodha, third number sutra is, let it be, although it is not here. If you attain this position of controlling of the mind, then you can join yourself to the Almighty God. And if you are not controlling your mind, what will happen? 4 number sutra, vritti sarupyam itaratra. Your mind is going here and there, wandering here and there. There is identification with the modifications of the chitta. You have joined yourself to the different thoughts, different types of thinking is going on in your mind. If you have control your everything, your mind, then you can join yourself to the almighty energy. That is third number sutra. You can join there. But if you are not controlling your mind, so vritti sarupa, you are wandering here and there, modification, you are stick to the modifications of your mind, chitta. That is vritti. And what type of vritti is? Again, this 5-number sutra. Vrittayah panchatayah klishta klishtaha. What type of these vrittis? These different types of thinking pattern. How you are thinking about your every action, every karma, how you are thinking. Modifications of mind, they are 5 types of, 5-fold. They are painful or not painful. You can divide them into parts. Painful or no painful. Every vritti, every modification, every mind or every type of mind, thinking way, it is having painful as well as at that time painless. Now 6-number sutra, he is explaining these thinking, different types of thinking. Pramana, viparyaya, vikalpa, nidra, smritayaha. Pramana, viparyaya, vikalpa, nidra, and smriti. These are the 5 vrittis, our modifications of our life. It is explained here in this. The names are given here. And from 7-number sutra, he is explaining every type of your behavior in detail. Pratyakshanumana gamah pramanani. 7-number sutra. This is for ourselves. Suppose you are asking, this Patanjali Yoga Sutra discussion has started? Oh, I am listening. Oh, I saw Mrs. Mandlik. It has started. You know, you need the evidences. Oh, it is started. Yes, correct. No, I heard maybe the sound of Mrs. Mandlik only. She is talking only. I know her voice. I know. So might have been started. You were guessing. Why it is needed? You are busy in other work. You need correct information. Suppose the big, if any elder person, respective person may tell you the lecture has started, you go. You believe in that. You have full faith in that person. So you follow him. So direct evidence or you are guessing or listening to the elder person, respective person. These type of pratyaksha anuman. Pratyaksha means direct evidence, cognition. Inference and testimony are the sources of knowledge. This is one type of behavior or modification of your behavior of vritti, chitta, mind. Then next one, in 8-number sutra, viparyayo mithya jnana matadrupa pratishta. The misunderstanding is the nature of our mind. Misunderstanding. So Patanjali is writing all these things related to the common person mind. My subject is Patanjali's Yoga Sutras for common person, daily life, how you use them. So try to understand these vrittis and stop. Control your mind. Don't allow your mind in this way. What is that? Vipareyo mithya pratishtham. Wrong conception is false knowledge, which is not based on its own form. Have the Mrs. Mandlik has started her lecture? Maybe misunderstanding. You may listen voice like me, any other person, and somebody enters here. Oh, why you told me like that? Oh, little bit misunderstanding was there. Sorry for that. Are you getting? One example is enough to explain the mind position or mind status of every common person. So you have to control these modifications. Then 9-number sutra, Shabda Jnana Anupati Vastu Shunyo Vikalpa. What is this? Following upon knowledge through words, but empty of an object is fancy. Nothing before you. Your imaginations are going on. And this is the style of human mind. So this sutra is for ourselves only. So different modification. Now you can think what type of nature I have. Means everybody, you think in your mind what type of nature you have. So this is 9 number sutra. You are following only the knowledge you got through the words. It has started, huh? I think so. And she get very bored, huh? She making us very bored. I am not. Array, you first listen to her and then decide. No, I know. I don't want to attend that lecture. You may miss some misunderstanding and plus building some your imaginations behind it. If I go there now, I will waste my time. Oh, let us come and first sit there. You listen for some time, and if don't agree, then go. Otherwise, sit here. Come here. No, you building some your mind, some picture. Only getting some words. That is शब्द ज्ञानो अनुपाति वस्तु शून्य विकल्प. Then another thing, that is abhava pratyalambana vrittir nidra. Very nice, huh? Sleep is the vritti of absence of mental contents for its support. My explanation, negativity in our mind, that is nidra vritti. Negativity. Think about, are you attending Mrs. Mandlik lecture? No, forget it. I am not attending. Why? Negative thoughts are always there in your mind. You are not ready to accept positive thoughts. This is that modification of your, in this way you are behaving in your life. I'm appearing for my exam, but if I can't do, what will happen? If I won't get books, if I won't get time to study, then what will happen? This is negativity. This is related to common person only. Building your imaginations in the air, that is also common factor in every person. Misunderstanding, behaving in misunderstanding, that is also real for a common person. So nidra vritti is not only sleeping, it is the negativity of your thoughts. Then next 11 number sutra, anubhuta vishaya sampramosha smriti. Not letting the experience objects escape from the mind in memory. Which you have experienced again and again, that thought comes in your mind. Not going away. Only that thought remains. All these vrittis, they told us, they are klishta, means giving us painful, giving us pain, and not no pains. Bad smritis, if they are occurring, bad memories, if they are occurring in your mind again and again, you are losing your steadiness. Your mind won't be ready to become steady and comfortable and calm down mind. Again, and so this if you behave this, if you run behind these memories, you have to stop it. Don't run behind the memories. So all these sutras up to the 11 number, I explained you, these are related to our behavior. So you have to learn this yoga science, which is making you, because of yoga practicing, you can control your all these modifications of mind. You can control it. And some of you, I can see, I can read some names. Some of you might have been experienced. This dancing of mind might have been stopped. Is that correct or not? Shake your heads like that, yes or no? Because of asana practicing, you can control your mind. So these are the sutras for ourselves only. Now Patanjali is explaining in 12 number sutra. Oh, I don't like my anger. This misunderstanding nature is horrible for me. Always I do like that. Oh God, please help me remove, protect me from this type of negative thoughts and misunderstanding and the building something in the air. Stop me from that. The God is coming, but if you practice asana and pranayam, you can control it. So these sutras are for ourselves only, for every common person. Very important. Now, how to practice this? Patanjali, his psychology is totally different. Huh? He is not explaining only the problems before us. Huh? He is explaining us the solution for that also. That's why he is the greatest psychologist. He is giving solution for that. Now, how to control your mind? Abhyasa vairagyabhyantan nirodha. How to get rid from our these type of things, thinking, pramana, viparya, vikalpa, nidra, smritaya. If you learn these sutras, some of you might have been attended my classes. I am watching some people among you. Is there any change? Are you remembering some sutras at that particular time if your mind is going unsteady, you are disturbing your mind? Are you reminding some sutras that time? Those who can remind sutras immediately, tell me, yes, I can get it. I'm remembering it. And I'm immediately changing myself. If you agree with me, please answer me, because this is not only the lecture. The purpose behind this all explanation that everybody must learn these sutras and make them allow them to enter in your practical life. That is expected. That's why I'm talking to you. This is not lecture. Oh, I like lectures and people are listening me. That's why I'm giving you lecture. That's why I have arranged this. Not like that. The real purpose behind it, everybody must learn all these sutras and follow these sutras in your daily life. Patanjali wrote all these sutras because of this only. Your life should be controlled and happy. You must enjoy your life happily. So he is asking us abhyasa vairagya abhyantan nirodha, the stopping of that vrittis by repeated practice and vairagya. Practice it. How? What should be practiced? You practice asanas. Just now TTC class is going on in our Gurukul. Huh? They have completed their 11 days only. Yesterday I talked to them. I asked them, how is there any change in you after practicing yoga for 10 days? They immediately they answer, yes, why not? So much change is there in us because of asana and pranayam. So practice abhyasa, repeated practice of it. And vairagya, what is that vairagya? Learn this term, learn this practice this vairagya. How you can practice it? Oh,
We have to stop our desires, Sai.
don't talk in between. This is the lecture. If you want to talk to me, this is not our class. Sorry. I am very eager to talk to you after finishing this lecture. Huh? I am raising the questions and I am answering myself only. Your answers are always welcome. So, abhyas, how to practice repeatedly. Focus on your daily life without practicing asanas, without practicing your deep breathing or pranayam. Don't do anything. First, do that. And it can control your mind. It can make yourself calm down, cool down. Peacefulness will be arise around you. That is expected. That's why you chant Om. You practice Yoga Nidra and your mind will be calm down, cool down. And do it every day. Within 10 days, people answer me, we have changed so much ourselves. We are feeling very calm and quiet. We did 10 days only. If you listen the lectures and lectures, you can't calm down your mind. So purpose of this lecture, Yoga Sutras for common person. The purpose behind is this. You must change your life. Go on practicing and have some theoretical background for your daily practices. Why you are practicing this yoga every day? Oh, I like it. That's why I'm practicing. What is this liking? Why you like it? You see, changing your everything in your life. So you continue it and with fixed time. Fix time means the watch clock timing should be fixed. And plus the duration of that your practice, it should be also fixed. Then you can follow all these sutras. These sutras are for ourselves only. No need to learn only some special learning from these maybe MA students, graduate who's in the universities only. This is for ourselves only. All these sutras for it, you should practice them daily. So, Vairagya, what is this Vairagya concept? Forget your temptation. Oh, very nice food is before me. I am very eager to eat it. Control your mind. Very nice song is going on. I want to listen it. Control it. And you, though you like that song very much, that is going on, still you can forget yourself, everything. That is called Vairagya. You take your mind apart from that. Though your favorite things are going around you, still you can keep quiet. Like that is called yogi. Abhyasa, repeated practice plus this Vairagya. Means don't allow your mind to mix with that eating food type. Control that. Oh, if I can't get it, don't worry. Let it be. Otherwise, you can't get sound sleep. I wanted that pakoda. It was there and it was finished. I asked for more pakoda, that fried thing, but it was finished. They must give me. Tomorrow morning I will get it, I will make it and I will eat it. Then I will be calm down. Which food type I like? Don't run like this behind it. These are the sutras Patanjali he is teaching us. And what? The next sutra is a wonderful sutra. If your children is telling us, you are asking your child or your son, daughter, please read this. They may answer you, I don't like it. I want to sleep. No, do it. You have to do it. Tatra sthitau yatno abhyasa. You are not ready to do anything on the very first day. But slowly, run behind that your child. Do it, do it, do it. Then slowly, yatno bhyasaha. When it will be under your control, make some efforts. Of the two mentioned in the previous sutra, they to be these to be established in the endeavor in abhyas. Thorough abhyas. Don't forget your practice, your what to say, efforts. Do it. Run behind it. I have to do it. I have to do it. Every day, think about them. Now the next sutras. And how many times, how many days you had to do this abhyasa vairagya abhyantan nirodha? How many days you had to do this abhyas? Repeated practice is abhyas. How many days you can do? in the 14 number sutra, Patanjali is telling us, Dirghakala Nairantarya. Dirghakal means it becomes firmly grounded by being continued for a long time. That is important. Then you can change yourself. 10 days, these people are in joining. Those who have joined to this TTC class, they are practicing asanas 2 hours in the morning, 1.5 hour or 2 hours in the evening, and then they are getting changed in them. So for long time you have to continue this. Dirghakala, Nairantarya means without having any break. Nowadays, break is very famous. After doing something, I am not giving you break here. Huh? For 1.5 hour, I will be here with you. Continuously, I will talk. I am not giving you break. Nowadays, break is very famous. So without break, Nairantarya means without break, you continue this. Oh, today give me a holiday. I don't want to practice asanas today. Huh? I am very tired. Forget it. If you want to forget your tiredness, practice it. You will immediately forget it. So asanas, practice it without break. Dirghakal, for long time, practice it. Then Satkara Sevito. This is true for common person. Satkar, give full respect to that your practice. Oh, my mother told me to practice it, and without this practice, I am not getting food. That's why I am doing it. Don't do like that. Unconditional practice should be there. So, give respect to that practice. Asevito means without any interruptions, you accept them. You firmly practice them. This sutra is for us only. Now, when we will finish that TTC 1 month course now. Last day, we are going to tell them, please continue this practice in your daily life when you go back. Try to understand the importance of these yogic practices. Now, the next sutra. Vairagya. What is Vairagya? So, it is explained nicely by Patanjali. What is Abhyas? What is repeated practice? He explained it up till now. Dirghakala Nairantarya. With full respect, you practice, go on practicing it. Then Drushtanushravika. What is Vairagya? Drushtanushravika Vishaya Vitroshnasya Vashikara Saunya Vairagyam. When an individual becomes free of cravings for the sense objects which he has experienced as well as those of which he has heard, that state of consciousness is Vairagya. He should make himself apart from that. Though attractive things are before you, you should not feel anything. You should not run behind them. That is Vairagya. Not a single thought is coming in your mind. And as a common person, we have to learn this. Don't run behind these attractive things. I want this, I want that. I am getting it. The getting that thing is my aim of my life. Forget it. That is called Vairagya. And then only you can control your mind. Vashikara Saudnya. Vashikara Saudnya Vairagyam. You have to do some efforts to control this temptation. Now, all these sutras, they are related to us. You can write down the numbers of it and try to study them again and again. Now, 27 number sutra, Tasya Vachaka Pranavaha. Who is Tasya? Tasya means that the word Om should be recited repeatedly. Sorry. Om is the word denoting God. This is the name of God. This is the name of energy. As a common person, you know something, some energy is outside us. Some energy is working around us. And the name of that energy is Om. Suppose I call Lina, Lina. Lina will look to me. She will, her eyes, they will with me. They will run behind me. Her ears, they run behind me. Tai, why you are calling me? Why you are calling me? Lina. Two letters are there. Two letters are there. And in that way, you chant Om, then energy will come to you. So this is the sutra for common person. This sutra is for common person. You want energy? Say yes, I want energy. When you are doing everything to get energy, why you are sleeping? Why you are breathing? Why you are eating? Why you are going here and there? Why you are learning so many things? To increase the level of energy in your brain. You need increasing in intelligence level. So this Omkar, and if you have energy, then only your brain can work. So this sutra is for us only. Some previous sutras I have explained, you go on marking the number of these sutras, and if possible, read it and follow them. Those who have learned. Go on reading it again and again, then every sutra will be fixed in your brain. Like that, this Pranava, this Omkar Sutra is also for us. If we need energy before sleeping, oh, I need deep sleep. Now there is problem for my sleep. So chant Om. This Om Sutra, 27, 28, 29 sutras are for us only. Now in 28th Sutra, Patanjali is telling us Tad Japas Tadartha Bhavanam. That word Om should be recited rapidly, repeatedly, while dwelling mentally on its meaning. Try to understand the meaning of Om and then chant. This Om is wonderful. Science, this is the science. Om is greatest science like yoga. Yoga is the greatest science. And Om is the part of that yoga. Still, Om is having separate science. Countless books are available on this Om. In right from Vedic era, Vedas, Puranas, every big ancient books, they are explaining the importance of this Om. So this Om, all these three sutras related to Om, they are related to our life. So learn sutras and go on chanting them every day. My recording may be with you, those who have attended class. So you can try to chant these sutras every day. Then some of them you can remind in your mind. And if some difficulty is occurring in your life, immediately chant Om. It will help you a lot. So these 70, 27, 28, 29 and 30, all these sutras for common person only. Om Sutras. Wonderful sutras. You try to understand meaning of Om and then chant it. Tad japas tadartha bhavanam. Chanting or reciting of Om, it should be with full understanding the meaning of that Om. Then 29 number sutra. If you chant this Om, then what will happen? Pratyak chetana adhigama. Api antaraya bhavasht. Pratyak chetana. Chaitana means energization of energy. That type of energy, chaitanya, chetana. Everybody is having energy in you. And that energization of energy is done with the chanting of Om. So you chant this Om. That is these 27, 28, 29, 30 sutras only for common person. Those who want to go ahead in advanced stage, that is also effective, no doubt. But Om is not having any religious meaning. It's a name of universal energy. And those who are living on this earth, they need universal energy. So to get that energy, you can chant Om. Pratyaka Chetana Adhigama. Every part of the body will be energized because of Om. Api antaraya bhavascha. Antaraya means obstacles. From that practice, the consciousness turns inward and the obstacles are overcome. What type of obstacles? Again, this 30 number sutra is for ourselves only, for common person only. Vyadhi, diseases. We have to face so many diseases in our life. Every day, new diseases, discomforts are occurring in our life, in our body, in our mind. So, disease, dullness, doubt, then procrastination, laziness, craving, erroneous perception, inability to achieve final stage, and instability are the obstacles. First 5 obstacles, they are related to our common life. Next 4 obstacles, they are related to for the advanced practitioner. So disease, dullness, doubt, plus that pramada. Pramada means you are not following proper guidelines. That procrastination plus laziness, these 5 obstacles, they are related to us only, common person only. So to forget laziness, chant Om. Oh, I don't want to chant Om. I want to lie down. If that person is not, lazy person is not ready to chant Om, as a part of that family, part of his family, as a mother or father, you can chant Om for that lazy person. Or try to play the Om with his, near his head. Little bit longer, he can listen that. He will forget laziness. So this sutra is very important for common person. To change our everything, change our nature, remove the obstacles, chant this Om. Remove the diseases, chant this Om. Dullness, you don't want to do anything. That's jnana, dullness, dull person. I told you, I'm telling you, Allah said to remove laziness, to remove this dullness. Chant Om, play Om near his head, little bit longer distance. He must listen it, that's all. Don't play it loudly. And these sutras, Omkar sutras, are for common person only. Believe me, so many people have changed. One couple was ready to get divorce. And that lady came to me. She asked me, I love my husband too much. I don't want this divorce. Can you help me? How can I help her? She is staying in another city. I asked her, please chant 25 times Om before going to bed. Sit in your room, focus on that Om and chant it for 25 times and get up before your husband. He get up. You get up before him and chant again 25 times Om. She did it. And after 3 months, she came to me. She told me, Tai, we are not ready to, we have forgotten our divorce. Now we are adjusting each other very nicely. What a wonderful idea for common person. chanting Om before going to bed. Sit on your bed, chant 25 times Om. Can I chant 50 times? Yes, welcome. Wonderful idea. Chant it 50 times and get up early. And then chant again Om. Make your whole house full with Om. So, Om technique. Om is the greatest science I am telling you again and again. Countless books in Sanskrit, they are available explaining the importance of Om. This Om is for common person. I have removed my two great diseases with the help of Omkar chanting myself. So Om is perfect for common person. Om is very important for common person. Don't forget it. Vyadhis, all these doubts are in our mind. Some people gave their names in this group to listen sutras useful for common person. They are not attending. Only half the number is here. They are having some doubts. That's why they are not attending. People are registering their names but not attending. They have some doubts in their mind. Remove this obstacle. If you chant Om, you can overcome with that your doubts. Plus laziness, plus procrastination. You know the reason behind it, or what are the effects will be there if you uh, behave in the wrong way. That is pramad, not listening other elder people. This is not good. You have to listen, everybody. So these five obstacles, if you chant Om and then practice it, you will overcome these obstacles. You can cross them, you can go ahead, you can make your progress wonderfully. So all these sutras are for us. Small things are there. Now I have started one experiment in my class. I asked them, chant 11 times Om, and plus while chanting Om, inhale deeply and exhale deeply with chanting of Om. Practice this 11 times before drinking your tea or your drink, which thing you want to drink. If you want to not to drink this tea, stop tea drinking. So chant Om before that. You need 10 minutes. You are wasting your 10 minutes in drinking tea and coffee and other type of drinks. So chant Om before that. You will forget, and with inhalation and exhalation. I asked some people have started doing this experiment on them. So Om can provide you everything. Om can fulfill your all desires. So all these Omkar sutras, they are for us. Then 31 number sutra. Dukkha dharma nasyangame jayatva shwasa prashwasa vikshepa sahabhuvaha. Again, these are obstacles, or these are coming with the obstacles. These are called, look here, pain, depression, shaking of the body, and unrhythmic breathing. Unrhythmic breathing. स्वाती थोडं मोठं कर ग, मला किंचित त्रास वाटते. Unrhythmic breathing are the accompanying symptoms of mental distraction. Immediately somebody is disturbing us, then pain starts. Somebody is talking to us, we get depressed with that talk we are listening. You can't control your body. There is shaking may start at the time of asanas when you are practicing asanas. So what is the solution for that? Again, Omkar. is the solution. Chant it and then start your yoga practicing. And plus 32 number sutra. Tat pratishedhartham means to stop these obstacles and remove all these distractions coming with um, obstacles, 9 obstacles. What you will do? Tat pratishedhartham ekatatvabhyasa. You follow some principles, some types are given. You follow this, do that, either or. So from 33 number sutra up to 39, these sutras are for us only. How to overcome with these distractions or unsteadiness of our mind or 9 obstacles, how you can overcome it. So, in this 33 number sutra, they are asking us, Maitri Karuna Muditopekshana Sukha Punya Vishayanam, take it up, Bhavana Taschitta Prasadanam. To avoid obstacles, to avoid distractions. And what you can do? In relation to happiness, misery, virtue, and vice, by cultivating the attitudes of friendliness, compassion, gladness, and indifference, respectively, the mind becomes purified and peaceful. All these qualities we have to learn it. About the Omkar. What was Omkar? It is finished now. Patanjali is giving us different ideas. Don't forget your jealousy about other people. So this sutra is telling us, if other people are happy, make yourself happy. Other people are sad, then you also start helping those people who are becoming sad. So, in this way, if you behave, you can clean your mind. What is this? All this from 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, and 39 sutras, they are teaching us how you can make your mind clean, steady and clean mind. All these sutras, they are teaching us. So if something is happening good to our neighbor, make yourself also happy. Give congratulations to that person. Heartiest congratulations. So increase your level of understanding. And with that person, you make yourself also happy. If somebody is getting new car, your neighbor, you must feel happy with that person also. Otherwise, with the jealousy, how we feel? They are buying new cars. This is not correct, huh? I don't know what his nature is. Let it be. You also make yourself happy with that person. And then your mind will be clean and clear. So in this way, Maitri Karuna Mudita Upekshanam Sukha Dukha Punya Vishayanam Bhavana Taschitta Prasadanam. You make your mind happy and clean with this. Compassion should be there, friendliness should be there. You must feel glad with other people. Then your mind will be clean. Now, next sutra. He is giving some ideas. All these sutras are for us, common person. Prachardana vidharna bhyam va pranasya. When you are listening any horrible news, how, oh my God, what is this? Oh God, please help that person. How you are extending your breathing time. And here he is telling you same thing. What is the use of now doing this? Again, take deep breath. What is the idea he is giving? Suppose you are increasing tensions. Then what you should do? Inhale deeply, forcefully, and release it forcefully. Prachardana vidharanabhyam va pranasya. Expiration and retention of breath. One can control the mind. One can clean the mind. You know, some of you learn Kapalbhati. This is practice like Kapalbhati. This is not exactly Kapalbhati, but it is somewhat like Kapalbhati. Inhale deeply and exhale forcefully. What's the use of that now? Oh God, this is our idea. Patanjali telling us for common person. Means with your exhalation, you are making yourself calm down, cool down. Then this next sutra, Vishayavati va pravrittirpanna manasasthiti nibandhani. Or you can do another idea Patanjali is giving. Your mind can be made steady by bringing it into activity of sense experience. You remind in your mind which thing is making you calm down, cool down. Remind it. And then you can take your book out, start reading that book. You will feel calm down, cool down. That is the idea. Then Vishokava Jyotishmati, or the luminous state which is beyond sorrow, can control the mind. Vishoka, don't make yourself sad. At that type of mindset, you remind in your mind and start thinking about the light, bright light, luminous state, and make your mind clean and clear and steady. Why? Very nice ideas Patanjali is given. So all these sutras are related to common person. How to calm down, how to cool down. Oh, you told us, no, chant Om and you will be calm down. So we will chant Om. Why? What is the necessity of all other sutras? Try to remind these sutras in your mind. You can follow them, no problem. Vitaraga vishayam va chittam. Otherwise, what you do? Or else the mind can be brought under control by making passionless persons the object for concentrating the mind. What type of person is there? Passionless. You remind that person. The God can follow you. Just now I read one point in one book that if you are your mind is not under your control, so what you should do? You can remind God, like Krishna, Ram, how they calm down themselves. So remind these type of persons in your life. So these are the biggest personalities. We are calling them deities. How they became cool down themselves. You follow that technique. You remind them in your mind. You will feel calm down, cool down. So this is another idea. Now, after that, Sopna Nidra Jnanalambanam va. If you are losing your control on your mind, then what you should remember? What else? The mind can be made steady by giving it the knowledge of dreams and sleep for support. Try to get the idea or which thing you watched in your dream. Why they are taking the support of dream? It's a wonderful sutra. Everybody is having dreams. Is that correct? What is the importance of dream? What is the importance of this sutra? Dream is dream. No future for the dream. So if you remind a wonderful dream, you can make yourself happy. Because dream is not having any further complications in that. It stops there. So remind very nice dream and make your mind calm down, cool down. Don't remind horrible things you watched in the dream. Remind good things in your dream. Then yathabhimata dhyanadva. If you are getting disturbed, then which thing you want? Take it up. Which thing you want? By meditation, you can make your mind calm down. As desired mind can be steadied. I don't know this word. But you, which thing you like? Focus on your mind on that thing which you like. Yathabhimata dhyanadva. In your dhyan, in your meditation, you can focus on that type of thing which you like very much. Then you will be calm down, cool down. So all these sutras are wonderful, useful for common person like us. So try to focus on these sutras. Try to study them again and again. And now the last two sutras from this chapter, first pada. It's a wonderful sutra. I like this sutra very much. Nirvichara Vaisharadhe Dhyatma Prasadaha. After becoming absolutely perfect in Nirvichara Samadhi, the spiritual light dawns. This Nirvichara Vaisharadhe, these two letters are wonderful, or words you have to keep in your mind. What is the aim of yoga? Thoughtless mind. And you must be expert in that. That is the meaning of Nirvichara Vaishara. Thoughtless mind is Nirvichara. Vichar is thought. Nirvichara means no thoughts at all in your mind. And you Vaisharadhya means you must get expert in that. So make your mind thoughtless. For common person, this concept is very important. As a common person in daily life who are enjoying life, daily life, for those people, this is very important. Nirvichara, try to forget, try to remove so many thoughts occurring at a time in your mind. Try to remove them, learn it. And if you become expert in that, why this is important? Then Rutambhara Tatra Prajna, you get nice blessings from the spiritual light. Spiritual light, it comes, it energizes, it occurs in your brain. Rutambhara Tatra Prajna. There, at the borderline of Nirvichara Samadhi, the super consciousness becomes full with cosmic experience. Cosmic experience is wonderful. You want to become a common person only? No. I want to study yoga. That's why I have given you this. What is the importance of thoughtless mind? You can energize your inner energy. The third eye will get open and your whole prajna, your brain will be energized because your third eye is open. At that stage, you can reach up to this stage. So this is all about this first path, first chapter. As a common person, you can learn, you can practice. Why I have added this Rutambhara Tatra Prajna in common person's life? Oh, why I should practice all these things? Not necessary. You want to energize your brain? Yes, then practice it. And that prajna level, without any studying, you can energize, or third eye will be open and you will get thorough knowledge of this universe. So common person can reach up to this level. That's why I added this sutra. Because people are asking me, we are ambitious people. We want to make progress in our life. If your yoga, we learn your yoga science, then what is the gain of that? Nothing doing. In samadhi, in meditation, nothing doing, you are teaching us. But this, if you got this, if you reach on this level of the knowledge, then you will be the happiest person. That is the goal of life, goal of yoga science, and goal of human life. So this is all I have explained you in the first chapter. Now in second chapter, again, so many sutras are there. How many sutras we can, up till now I have finished 28 sutras only. Now some more sutras are there from the second path, sadhana path. We will think about them tomorrow. Up till now, which things I have explained you. If you want to ask me anything, if you want to have some discussion for that, you are welcome.